Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Let's Learn Endless Space 2. Look at how pretty this is. Alright, we're over here. We're in this region. So I accidentally clicked on the Dakar System while I was getting things ready, and so unfortunately you missed the little zoom around. But check out these planets. We're gonna have to figure out how to live in lava, but man, look at all the industry. Okay, also I'm pretty sure our ship is gonna die. I think our ship is gonna, yeah. I think it's probably the case. So these planets don't seem to have any... Maybe I can't see this from outside of the system. Oh no, here's an anomaly, but it's already explored, and the other two planets don't seem to have any anomalies. So I think my plan is gonna be to just keep running, don't stop here. Alright. We're good for this turn, right? It's very easy to tell what we're building in each system from far away. This game has a lot of like really interesting mechanical stuff going on. Have I seen this system yet? I have. Okay, that's right. I explored these. Oh, an election. Boy, I don't know. This would be a great time for a tutorial. No? Okay. Select a political party to support. So it looks like people mostly like the industrialists, led by Dmitrilenko. Is that the deal here, or is this just saying he supports these guys? So we can provide a small boost to a chosen party with our official support, or we could pay some influence to intimidate our citizens. Let's not do that. Ideal if the chosen party is not one of the favorites. Okay, so it provides a strong penalty to everybody except a particular party. Reinforced intimidation provides a strong boost to the selected party. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna officially support the industrialists. I like them. That seems fine. Okay. So wait, can I go back to... They voted 2 industrialists, 1 science, 1... Okay, so industrialists win. So these guys have reached established. Through long-term presence in the Senate, more experience allows them use of more potent laws, and the pacifists have become functional, and the militarists are already functional, I believe. Okay. That's a really interesting system. So that's going to happen every X turns, and that sort of replaces, in some ways, at least in a tempo sense, replaces the Empire Plan system. We've just completed Xenology. Yes, it's very important. Flee! Don't even stop. Alright, do I have any move left? Did I move as far as I could? Alright, I don't know where this goes, but that's where we're headed. So it seems tricky to intercept ships between systems, which I guess it would be, you know, space being what it is. So we have unlocked Empire Development 3, which will allow us to get +1 law slot on... Oh, there's different government types. I haven't even... Can this go away? Okay, whatever. There's different government types. Right now we're a federation. We have +2 systems occupied before triggering expansion disapproval, and set political party representation to 2 on Senate. Does that mean that 2 parties get boosts during each election? Yeah, there's 2 leading parties. That's what this must mean. So if we wanted to change our government, what's the cost of that? Just some influence, and you have to have a certain amount of approval. So democracy lets you have 3 leading parties. Dictatorship only 1. That makes sense. And you can start to get rebellions. Huh. Interesting. Alright, let's not mess with this yet. I don't know what I'm doing. Also, this little circle keeps appearing here. I don't know why. I don't understand any part of this game. We could have another law, right? The Mineral Misers Act. This, I think... We didn't have access to this before. So this is +1 resource on strategic resource deposits, plus 10% industry on systems per... Okay, so I don't think we have any strategic resource deposits yet. Or if we do, I don't know how to know that they are present. This lets us... It's the same thing, but for luxuries. Okay. Those laws might actually have been unlocked by tech or something. I'm not 100% sure. Let's look at our tech, because it's time to pick a new tech. So we're doing pretty well in this empire development area, but what are these? These techs are going to get a little fancier, right? Okay, we're getting up into a bunch of military stuff, which is interesting. I mean, I guess in order to develop an empire, you're gonna need some violence, probably. That is the way these things have traditionally gone. So we can push up. This unlocks new government types. Yeah, this kind of plays into our gimmick of being able to use influence to buy stuff. Interspecies HR. Plus 40 influence per system level, plus 20% influence. I don't actually know what system level means. But I was thinking that maybe we want to learn to colonize some new types of worlds. Because I'm really having a lot of trouble expanding. We haven't found a lot of settleable stuff. So if we were going to try to learn how to colonize new worlds, what's in our home system? Ice planet, toxic planet, ash planet. And actually, I didn't actually even look at the stats. So ash planets seem to have access to a lot of industry. I like that. You get a lot of science from this ice planet. Oh, because of the deserted cities, that's right. It gives a bunch of science and stuff. So yeah, we should look for ash, toxic, or ice, probably. Or what's in Delphinius that we don't have? Also ice. So ice would be good. Because we have 2 planets in systems we already control that we could settle with the ability to settle ice planets. So that stuff is in here, right? This will let us colonize Mediterranean, arid, savanna, desert. It's got to be in here somewhere. Colonize snow. That's different from ice, though, right? Here's colonize ice. Okay, so let's go this way. This will allow us to build public-private partnerships, get us a lot more science. We could actually use more science. I think that our science is not great right at this moment, even though I am pushing for the science party pretty hard. So Lesath has access to titanium. We have access to adamantium in our home sector, or our home system, but we don't have that tech yet. And a lot of the other places that we found don't have access to strategics at all. So I guess it would be a good idea to try to settle out toward Lesath. Oh, did I not actually look at this? That's right, we ran from here. Well, a huge gas-burning planet. That's a pretty intense list of descriptors. Okay, that's colonized already by some people. An unknown subterranean curiosity on what looks like a pretty livable place. And some signal curiosities. So there's a bunch of curiosities here that I would like to have scanned if we hadn't been chased off. So we have these Heiress. I'm currently gaining some... this minor civilization is allied to the Doria AI. They managed to pull that off quickly, man. Maybe they did it with, like, war or something. Well, whatever. We'll, I guess we'll have to let them have it for now. I don't really have a lot of other options. Okay, I think we're good to keep going. So it looks like the turns are simultaneous, as they were in Endless Legend. What have we here? The Dakar System. There are 5 worlds. Wait, it sure seems like a lot of the, sure seems like a lot of the high industry world types are not settleable at the beginning of the game. Although I don't know for sure that, all of the races have the same settling ability. A huge, inhospitable, barren something. Cooperative quest complete. Oh, right, this was a co-op quest. We didn't have to explore 5 atmospheric curiosities. It's all of the players combined had to. So we came in second on that. I mean, that's not too bad. We got 80 influence and 30 Hyperium. This is our first strategics. Okay. A Hisho population was gained on our homeworld. And this dude needs... So in order to get out to here, we have to have quite a few points spent. So can I spend points in different areas and still push the maximum circle out? The fact that this is designed as a circle... Well, because it says this ring is used skill points 0, and then this one is 5. We couldn't put 5 points into this area. So why don't I see if shield absorption, experience per turn on fleet, +1 industry and food. We also have the ability to go for plus influence. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. We're going to spend some points in some other areas and see if it's just 5 total points in the first ring that moves the ring of possibility out. Alright, we're making those patrol ships. Now we have a proper colony here. Fertile, temperate planets. It is fertile. So we get 20 industry from this. That seems pretty good. It's a lot of turns. We can actually rush that, though, and I probably will, because industry is really valuable. So do you have enough move to... You could indeed launch a probe. Well, let's do it, because I'm only at 6 of 10 on my faction quest here. What have we discovered? We've discovered a load of science. Okay. Not a bad thing to find. And a Lifeform Curiosity. The analysis of the lifeform was successful. We found super spuds. A resource deposit. This is a luxury, I guess? Super spuds? Huh. Interesting. So I don't know what the, I don't know how, like, luxury type resources even work in this. Yeah, your empire now has access to super spuds. You can use it to upgrade your systems in the economy screen. Show me that? Okay, we haven't really looked at this at all. So... I guess I can't see exactly what they are used for until I have enough of them to do whatever it is I do with them. Okay, well, we'll worry about it later. What is this button? Click to activate the scan mode of this view. Okay. So there's more information available, although none of it is relevant right now, because we have no, like, large-scale functional economy. You know what? Let's go and throw another patrol ship onto the end of the queue here. I don't think I want to buy that out. We probably need to give this a couple of turns before I can. But I think that's going to be worth doing. Otherwise, it's going to take Delphinus forever to develop. Okay, so xenobiology is done. Let's go to the tech screen. And I want to work toward settling ice planets. So machine bacteria is going to grant us titanium and Hyperium probes, the ability to colonize steppe planets. And all of this research is just going to empower the scientist party even more. Oh, what's happening? Babies, not booms. There's been a noticeably increased birth rate in one of the systems of your empire, Hadar, that identifies as militarist and scientific. This trend is particularly strong among the Heiress. Why? Your advisors say it's a cultural response to the instability of galactic warfare, while a leading analyst claims it's a reaction to the prosperity of peace. Huh. +1 Heiress on your system, Hadar. So actually, Hadar should be like pretty close to full up then. Hadar, or Raya. Hadar 2, I guess. Yeah, we now have a Heiress population and 2 Hisho. My suspicion is that the Hisho and the Heiress don't get along that well. The Breathe Deep event has come to an end. I didn't even realize that this was happening because I am overwhelmed. Okay, we've reached a new technology stage. We just became able to see this thing that somebody else got many turns ago, so that's pretty cool. I like the legendary deeds. I like the sort of being compelled to race for things that you might not otherwise race for. Okay, you need to stay put until you have some more probes, I guess. I need 2 more curiosity searches to move my my faction quest forward. Uh-oh. That is somebody else's ship. Oh, they're exploring stuff. Okay, we found some star charts. That's actually maybe one of the best things we could have found here. Who is this? Okay, it's the Lumeris. Sure, that makes sense. Imperials on Delphinus, that's good. We need a lot of stuff on Delphinus. So at this point, we could probably try to build some pretty large stuff here. We have a ton of food going. So we can build an Academy Embassy. Yeah, enables unlock of new heroes. I would really actually like to get that. Let's make that a large-scale project. Something that I'm very interested in. And Delphinus, I should have accelerated this a little earlier. Okay. The planet is hot, so sustainable farms will produce extra food here. And the planet does have pretty poor food by itself. I would like for our planets to fill out population-wise, but it seems much easier to cap your population in this game than it is in a lot of 4X games, so maybe food's not as valuable here. Like, it's really nice to get the citizens earlier, but you're pretty much guaranteed to get them eventually no matter what you do. Or maybe I don't really understand how the system works, maybe I'm oversimplifying too much. You know, it's hard to know. So is there an easy way to just like... No, I'm going to have to conduct diplomacy some other way. I'm going to have to actually pull up this window. Hey, you.
Welcome. How can the families help?
That lip sync was actually pretty good. I would like... Peace? Okay, not so much. Actually, they like it. So unfortunately, we can't offer that. But I was just sort of, this is a trial balloon here. I'm interested in them liking it. I'd like to send a diplomatic demand. So, we pressure them with our influence somehow? You can start asking demands once you achieve this threshold. This threshold opens up more options for demands. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get peace from them, if only so that they can't surprise attack us at any point. Maybe this is what we should be saving influence for a little while. It won't take us too long to get up there. So their ship could attack us. This is a caravel. 1910 health with 16. Okay, so it's actually very similar to our ship. It's a little bit tougher. This patrol fleet is going to, Can I not tell you guys to move here? Oh, okay, these guys are all in the hangar. Yes, create a new fleet of those ships. And I guess let's head to Wrath first. We'll go sector by sector. But this should allow us to fight those Ravagers or Pirates or whatever the heck they were. What is this? One enemy fleet. Reavers. Oh. Hey, look, it's Reavers. Never mind. Cancel orders. Important stuff happening. Well, I'm glad I looked around. Alright, you need to stay put. We just need to get one more probe up to move our faction quest forward. Go. No, hey, where are you going? Oh, that's right, they have to go to a system to turn around. Yeah, so... Ferocious pirates, it says it right in the name of their fleet. They do seem to just kind of be moving back and forth on this lane. We've picked up some more population, so we've actually almost capped out Hadar 3. I'm a little concerned about that. So you have to wait one more turn for another probe. Okay. We now theoretically can... I don't even know what these do. So they're made of... Okay, they're not probes for titanium. They're probes made out of titanium. Okay. So let's go back to the technology system. Now that we have some ability to expand, and we have some things that we can look to expand to, what else should we pick up? It looks like we're maybe going to have to learn how to make some weapons. We can learn how to make these weapons, right? So what's the deal here? These are hulls for ships. Are there actual weapons here, or adamantium jammer? These are starship parts, but they don't appear to be weapons. I guess all the weapons are probably in military. Well, we need to figure out how to get adamantium. Right, because we have a source of adamantium just waiting for us. So maybe I should move up this tree? Quadronix. I have never actually been sure whether that's supposed to be pronounced Halcum or Calcum or Chalcum or whatever. So we're just going to avoid saying the name of that thing that is based on that famous mythological mineral. Yeah, I'm going to push up this side of the tree because I want to be able to get to adamantium. We have a source of it I'd like to exploit. So it looks like we don't have to research anything in particular. Oh, this is how you level up systems. There's these system level up buildings. Do all of the trees have... No, they all have stuff, but it's not all system level up stuff. Okay, yeah, let's pursue this. So we need to research some new things. This would allow us to colonize Ash. I mean, we could do worse than picking up the ability to colonize more types of worlds. Sure. And you... Alright, I'm excited. We're going to get to move our faction quest forward. I have actually picked up a technology. Basic perfected slugs. Well, there's one of those weapon modules. While exploring the planet, you come across a small, harmless community of Horacio. Okay, I do know about Horacio. Apparently the survivors of a crash-landed spacecraft. These people have lived on the planet for over a decade, enjoying the tropical climate, and adorning their habitations with rocks, shells, and other useless objects. They seem quite surprised when you tell them their little conclave is just 1 or 2 years away from being wiped out by a natural cataclysm. Help them to find a new place to live, won't you? Given the imminent cataclysm, the need to relate these Horacio is clear. However, fortunately, the beautiful ones should bring some useful benefits too. So the deal with the Horacio, this is crazy. But it's exactly the kind of thing that I love. The kind of stuff that Amplitude is willing to put into their games. The Horacio, as I understand it, is an entire faction of beings that are all cloned off of a single, very rich, very conceited guy whose name was Horacio. So it's a whole faction of people who are genetically identical, all of whom are Horacio, and they just call themselves Horacio. Okay, so bring the Horacio vessel to one of your systems with at least 3 available population slots. Okay, we can do that, and the Horacio ship must survive. I might be able to do that. That's a possibility. Oh, that wasn't even my solo quest. That's just a quest we picked up. Alright, the exploratory fleet found and crushed the rebellion. Not much was worth keeping, but the records did provide some interesting insights. The biggest shock, however, was the identity of the rebel leader. Your sister Lena wasn't blessed with only one child, Victoria. She had another, an identical twin. That's a little... okay. It's a little soap opera, but fine. So our reward is, yeah, more food for outposts that are growing into colonies, I assume is what that means. Oh no, maybe that was the next step of our... well, whatever. We're going to bring these Horacio back, whether they are... Can I merge these two? Is there a button for this? Yes. Make one fleet. We will escort them home. Okay. I'm definitely concerned about this. I would love to run these ships down and meet the Horacio, but we gotta focus up here. I have to imagine, though, even if this ship is, like, pretty good, we have 3 ships to their 1 ship. Alright. Julinka, the traitor, refuses to speak. She's too young to be the true mastermind behind the rebellion, but of that individual's identity there is no clue. You will not sanction any violence against your sister's blood, so she languishes in solitary confinement in the deepest depths of your Inquisitor's redoubt. Lena claims to have never laid eyes upon the girl, claims she must have been rustled away at birth and raised by those who plotted against the Empire. That's a strange story. Of her twin, Victoria, there is no sign, the girl going to ground as soon as she heard news she wasn't a lone child. Out of shock or something more you do not know. You need time to untangle this dark web. The rebellion might be no more, but the fact it ever existed in the first place haunts your days and disturbs your nights. Who can you really trust? Every day you grow a little older. Boy, tell me about it. Get a little closer to the day you will no longer be able to lead this great empire. You decide now is the time to name the Emperor-elect and consolidate your power while you still hold it. The 3 candidates are obvious. First Protector Hadrilenko, stalwart bodyguard for so many years and a hero among the Empire Hawks. Lena Zelavis, your own flesh-and-blood sister, a woman who, despite her smoldering anger, would make an iron leader and keep a Zelavis on the throne. Or should it be Petra Mandzukic, the brilliant head of advanced research, a woman who'd pioneered several chilling technologies that had transformed your army's fortunes, somebody who could grasp the opportunities of this new starfaring era? The choice is not easy. Peace of mind is hard to find. Until you learn the identity of the rebellion ringleader, though, you will have no real peace. It could be one of them, but choose you must. So, who do we want to put up for the big chair? I've been leaning into science stuff. We're going to unlock whoever it is, whoever I choose. Oh, that dude looks intense. Let's do this by their appearance, shall we? Okay, none of them look particularly cool. Never mind. You know, science is good. I like science. I have a tendency to play the more turtley victory types. Let's just go for it. Petra Mandzukic, congratulations. You're going to be Emperor. Only Petra can truly do the Empire justice as we travel the stars. Scientist, realist, leader, and not one to shy away from hard decisions. You will strengthen the Empire's science base to honor her naming, so get to 116 science per turn. Where am I at right now? Oh, 92. We're not even that far off. Should be easy. Alright, what can I do to make this move on? Okay, yes, it's telling us about combat and stuff from that time that we could have had a combat. So we could... This is still inhospitable. Did I not pick up that quest? Or did I not pick up that tech? Well, anyway, this should be the target for the Horacio. So I'm just going to go ahead and point them to it. I really do want to settle more planets. It might be that I have to set up a settler with a proper module on it or something. Okay, so the Harishams like us a little bit now. This is what I was really looking for. You have access to advanced interactions with this minor civ, and they provide you with most of their resources. Because that's what friendship is. But apparently we accidentally did this. The people's reaction to Petra's naming as Emperor-elect is muted. You will need to prove that she is a deserving choice over the coming years. Okay. The trail runs cold. Julinka rots in the cells, silent. Nobody knows anything about the ancient rebellion. Or nothing they're prepared to admit, at least. The knowledge eats away at you, day after day after day. You torture yourself, knowing how many countless thousands of patriots it must have taken to enact such a betrayal. Hidden shipyards, Empire funds siphoned off of official accounts, redacted records, double lives. Some of the snakes must still be among the masses here on Raya, lying over and over to preserve their skins. Will you need to search every lead yourself to know the truth? Who can be trusted? You try to put the matter out of your mind, and instead think of the millions of true patriots. Now the matter of Emperor-elect has been settled, it is time to turn your attention to their futures, and your legacy. What course should the great United Empire be set on before your rule ends? Should you heed the warnings of the warmongers in your ranks, epitomized by the Sheridan name, and militarize? Or should you hark back to an earlier age of scientific invention, when your Mizari forebears sailed the great darkness? Or perhaps you should stay this course, let the United Empire fulfill its true potential as an industrial powerhouse. This may not necessarily be your final legacy, but you should give your empire a taste of the future nonetheless. So hold 3 systems of level 2 or higher, possess planets of every climate type, or win 5 battles. This one seems pretty difficult. Our reward would be... Oh, I knocked my mouse over. Our reward would be a game show called Who's Yuri? A game show named after the extremely scientifically illiterate Yuri Palin, a man who decided to eat frozen oxygen on the outpost world of Mary 7, thinking it would grant him the ability to walk across the airless world unaided. Every week, the show now seeks to discover the stupidest individual in the system. Seeking to avoid the shame, the population has never been more scientifically informed. That is wonderful flavor text. This would give us a sci-fi design school, which is a lot of industry. You know how I feel about that. And this would give us Gjallarfire lasers. Sweet lasers. You know, we probably should not be completely unprepared for war. Let's shore up our military a little bit. And we got bouncing all over the place in this quest, but I'm just kind of feeling things out. I want sweet lasers. In this age of uncertainty, when the stars harbor the other, your empire will benefit from embracing its Sheridan side. The Emperor-elect Petra Manzukic should witness and understand the might of your military fleets. Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to have to defend ourselves at some point here, right? It's already the case that this is happening. So we don't have the ability to fight him in the star lanes, right? Because this connection actually probably represents a huge region of space, a huge 3-dimensional region of space. Oh no, the price of transvines has dropped. A sudden wave of puritanism among sentient races leads to classification of transvine as a harmful drug. Huh. Well, that could affect people more. That could affect me more. Alright, so we got Petra. She comes with a bunch of skill points. Well, what's her deal? So she's Yui, so she has the same orange skills as the other dude. Everybody has the same green skills, but she is a seeker. So she can speed up fleets and give them a lot of extra vision. Just a hot plus 20 science on system. I think I will go ahead and roll with that. And yeah, I mean, this seems like a fine skill. And I'm going to have her be the boss of the younger system, I think. Because they could use a little help. So how do I... Here. There we go. Kick these people into gear a little bit. So I can't attack him while he's in the space lane. I don't know what to do with him. Okay. Let's try to assimilate these guys. A devastating disease outbreak is currently running rampant through the Pilgrim's home system. Thousands have already succumbed to the infection, and tens of thousands more are sick. Everyday life is close to the breaking point. Critical industries are scraping by with skeleton crews, medical facilities are overrun with the unwell, and food shortages loom. Civil unrest is likely to soon spill over into outright rebellion. As Pilgrim leaders attempt to manage the outbreak, one vital question remains unanswered. Where did the disease originate? Tracing the outbreak back to its inception and identifying Patient Zero could well be the discovery that breaks the plague's stranglehold. While Pilgrim scientists establish the identity of Patient Zero, the Pilgrims have asked if you can provide immediate relief for fleeing refugees. Build 6 or more buildings in your empire within 15 turns. If we do, we'll get 80 influence, and we will obtain the minor civilization. 6 or more buildings, huh? That's going to be a challenge. I might have to put that on hold. Alright, we do have some cheap stuff we could build, right? 560... Nope, I don't have any cheap stuff anymore. Okay, this is pretty cheap. Let's just move this up here. Boy, I don't think we're going to do this. 6 is a lot. Alright, well, I think I'm going to end my turn right here. We'll just see what these guys want to do. This is auto-explore? Yeah, I don't want to do that. Alright, Delphinus finishes a building right away. It's a good start. Yep, we finished attack. So these guys can just kind of sit here in the lane. Oh, I didn't put my guys on guard. Oh, but he stopped. See, what is he? He's running away. I pressed the attack button, but I guess he ran away first. So I have to, yeah, I have to go on guard. So enemy ships entering will be stopped. Yeah. Okay. It would have been better if that had happened earlier. Alright, so we got one building. We need to keep building cheap, really cheap stuff. Okay. We're probably going to have to expend some influence, which means I might not want to spend influence on, what do you call it? I might not want to spend influence on buying peace with the other player just yet, because we may need our influence to complete this quest. So I have to research one more thing, it looks like. Enables use of dust to immediately complete anything in the construction queue. Oh, that's not an ability you have right away. Okay, well, let's get that. Because I actually have a lot of dust, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to use it to buy stuff out, given that I have this buyout ability, but it sure would be cool if I could, because otherwise it's just kind of doing nothing. Oh, who's this? Reavers. Whatever, we'll be fine. I think. Probably. New events on the soldiers of Supergiants. A distant stellar giant about 80 times the size of an average star has just gone supernova. Capitalizing on the media attention drawn by the event, a pacifist group within your empire has launched a campaign to bring home the fleets that were monitoring the event rather than leave them on patrol. So, plus 20 approval on systems on Empire for 15 turns. What? That's awesome! Plus 10% dust on Empire for 15 turns, and increases pacifist political ideology. So that could be a bad thing for you sometimes, depending on what you're trying to get your government to do. And then, yeah, this guy wandered back into our brilliant assault. So, yeah, I mean, the turtle... What strategies do we have? Power to shields. So what, like this will cause us to do less damage, but we vastly outgun him. And it will make us take the smallest amount of damage. All we have to do is win the fight. I don't actually need to kill him. So that's it. That's all of our input. We don't actually get to do anything during the battle. It's totally... This thing that's about to happen is totally cosmetic, is my understanding. So we probably won't watch a lot of these, because, you know... But, well, I don't have, like, free camera or anything? Oh, there's a button for that. I don't really know where... Oh, he's over there. I don't really know how to control the camera. So we're taking like a pretty safe play here. Here's this guy getting totally up. How do I... Man, free camera control is not quite what I would hope. It looks like I can move the camera in the direction it's facing or directly away from the direction it's facing. But that's it. Oh no, okay. There we go. It's WASD. Makes this a little better. I'm assuming we will destroy this guy, right? Because there's 3 of us and 1 of him. But, I don't know, he doesn't seem to be taking any, like, visible battle damage. Oh, okay, I can have the camera focus on a thing. That's kind of cool. Let's just, you know, increase the battle speed a little bit. It's possible that the plan I chose was a little too safe. I don't know why there's no option to, like, show a health bar. Yeah, so like I said, probably we don't have to watch these anymore. It was a draw. We took very little damage, but we did an embarrassingly small amount. And unfortunately, that is not a victory. Now, he attacked me, right? So am I allowed to attack him on the same turn? Political impact plus militarists. That makes sense. Alright, don't need to watch it. I'm going to go ahead and do power to shields again, because he's got so little health this time we'll definitely kill him. A decisive victory, no question. Looks like one of your fleets has been in a fight. By spending dust, you can get it back in tip-top shape using the repair action. Okay. The repair ship action. Oh, here we go. 308. Okay, so I guess this is what you end up using a lot of your dust for. Fair enough. Well, we did it. We won a battle. Let's pin this. Let's have this be the thing that's showing up here, just so that I can keep track of how far we are in it. And now we have Multithread Management. This will allow us to move up. We need to research 3 techs in this area to move up to the thing I actually want. So, impactless sites gives us the ability to... Pulvis production. Everyone owns a Pulvis. It lets us vacate systems, raise entire system including populations, in exchange for a colony ship. Huh. That's not blowing my mind. What about this? Trade Company HQ and Trade Company subsidiaries. So I'm assuming these must be like trade routes? Ooh, what is this? That one has a chameleon on it. Planetary specialization, resource extraction. Planet Cracker Factory. All industry is consumed while this is in the queue, but 25% of that industry is converted into science. That's a pretty innocuous thing to have a name like that. This let us colonize lava worlds. Yeah, what the hell. But now that we have... now that we have this, let me go to one of our worlds. Okay, I do have the option of buying stuff out with dust. So what is the next cheapest building? These things. Just gotta try to push a little bit here. We're not actually making that much dust per turn. What is this? This is another Reaver ship. Okay, you're still on guard. Why are there so many Reavers? Okay, this time let's do something a little bit more aggressive. Plus 15 dust for each CP or gained 4 CP of each lost ship. So that's interesting. But maybe let's try to be a little bit more aggressive. What kind of weapons are they using? They're using projectiles. Their projectile energy balance is right in the middle, I think. So I don't know. I guess they have some guns and some lasers. Hull plating is only good against certain types of weapons. This is a concept I'm familiar with from galactic civilizations. Well, I guess let's do it this way. We will use violence as our defense. Ooh, no, I actually lost a ship there. Well, that's not awesome. Yeah, we're gonna have to use a lot of our dust on taking care of ships. Congratulations, you're now able to level up systems. System level ups unlock extra population slots on your planets and improve production. Pretty good. Open up the economy screen to learn more. Alright, so first click on the Trade and Resources tab if it's not already active. In order to level up your systems, you first have to come up with a blueprint that every system can use. Click on the Level 2 Modernization to create this blueprint. The blueprint you create will make use of one of the luxury resources you have already discovered. You're free to choose which one you want to use. Oh. Each one will cause the blueprint to have a different effect. Go ahead and choose a luxury. Let's say Super Spuds. As you can see, the chosen luxury provides the displayed effects. A new blueprint can only be created once per stage increase of the economy and trade quadrant of the tech tree. You'll want to consider both your access to various luxuries and the impact of the blueprint's effects on your systems, present and future. Once confirmed, there is no turning back. That's very interesting. Alright, well, I mean, we don't really have a choice here, but this means that we're going to have to get a hold of more Super Spuds if we want to level up any systems. The Super Spuds give us buyout cost reduction for some reason. I'm not sure what I guess the little nano machines the dust is made out of just really love potatoes. Okay, now that the blueprint has been created, you can upgrade all your systems. For each system, you'll need to add the system development to the construction queue. Okay, we got to get a hold of some more Spuds. I mean, in my heart, I always knew that. Alright, let's fight. So this is a little bit less in my favor, and I think I'm maybe going to take it a little safer. Yeah, that went pretty well for me. Alright, you definitely need to not go anywhere. Can I cancel your move? Well, whatever. We just won't hit the go button. Alright, how am I doing on this thing? We're at 3. In 5 turns, we'll have another one done. And we have 11 more turns. Yeah, okay, I think we're going to be fine. I think we got this. I think we are about to assimilate our first miner. There are a lot of little systems interacting in this game. I like this kind of design very much. I'll try to launch an attack on this thing right away before it can move out. Okay, so at this point, is it safer to go for this? Since he's already badly injured, I'm going to try it. We're just going to have to feel out the level of danger in combat. Alright, well that's 2 battles for us. Oh no, that's 3 battles, apparently. Is it? Huh. Alright, let's enter the system. So we managed to get 50 approval. The Horacio seemed, or 50 influence. The Horacio seemed pleased with their new homes. As you watch them wander around, hanging up artwork and woven decorations brought from their previous homes, you ruminate that there is more than one route to finding satisfaction in life. So, did those Horacio actually settle my world? They did. We totally have 3 units of Horacio now. They have bonus approval on hot worlds, which we brought them to a hot world, and they're giving us a bunch of extra food, and they really like ecologists, so our government stuff is going to get a little complicated in the coming days. Intergalactic supermarket. I need to build one more cheap building. Here we go, infinite supermarkets, that'll do it. Okay. So we shouldn't have to spend any resources pumping up our production. This should be good enough. That being the case, let's go and see if the Lumeris lady is still interested in
How can the
Brotime.
families help?
Is there a place where I can see our current diplomatic stuff with her? Because in the previous game, it was you could just mouse over. Oh, they're welcoming. You aren't hostile. Our borders are closed. Your civilian ships have trespassed, but we thrive in peace and trade. Okay, so we haven't been particularly nice to them, but they are just sort of peace inclined anyway. Well, let's have peace, shall we? Alright, she's thinking about it. She's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, I noticed that you have spuds. Oh, you have a lot of spuds. Ooh, wow. You have a lot of spuds that you're not that interested in trading. Well, let me tell you something. I have Hyperion. How does that sound to you? Hyperion for potatoes? Okay, I'm going to have to get fewer potatoes. $25. 25 is the number I really need. How's this feel? We can trade her some dust or something, maybe. Okay, so the amount of spuds doesn't seem to have changed anything at all. If I turn this all the way back up, does this thing move? It does a little bit. Alright, so let's try to get 25 off of her. We'll trade her some dust. What about for all of my dust? How's that? What about for only 600 of my dust? How's that? You can kind of tell from the sound she's making, actually. I will make this offer. That looks just about... yeah, just about good. Did that work? Do I... oh, maybe I don't get to know. Alright. The branch of peace is welcomed by the families. Awesome. So now they can't attack us and we can't attack them. Also, we got spuds. So we can upgrade our home system, allowing us to get some more population slots so that all of the food that we build here isn't wasted. I feel pretty good about that. And... oh, I was kind of expecting the ship to disappear. Well, let's fleet these guys up. Okay. Yeah, I really thought the Horacio ship was going to disappear. I guess it's not a huge amount worse than our... you know what? May as well. And we don't have the money to repair... okay. There's another Reaver fleet. It would be really cool if those guys would come in here. I need a couple more battles. I don't know where all these Reavers are coming from. It kind of seems like they're coming from Octan's land. Less than 10 Eden incense on the market with no demand change has led to increased prices. Okay.
You're one of our favorite fish in this galactic sea.
That's a weird way to put that. Huh. Sweet, sweet dust. It's out there just waiting to be taken, and we've chosen you to help us take it. Watch this space. A proposal will be on its way soon. I'm interested. So advanced negotiations, we can do all kinds of fancy stuff with them now, I'm sure. Okay, we need to settle some more worlds. So where did I find settleable planets? Okay, we can colonize this world now. Well, after we finish the stuff we're building, we can work on building a settling ship. Okay, let's play it safe, I think. We'll take very little damage this time. There are 4 of us now. We might actually kill him in one go here. Okay, yeah, and we sustained pretty low damage. So we just need one more Reaver ship to show up out of nowhere. So we had 275 influence. Uh-oh, what's up? Riled researchers. It appears that an intergalactic congress of scientists has turned into a labor dispute. They've come to the conclusion that their work is grossly underappreciated, and plan to halt all experimental efforts until their wages improve, their lab equipment is upgraded, and their work reported more professionally. Okay, so we can ignore them to lose a bunch of science but gain a bunch of industry. And get industrialist political increase. Or we can react by paying them. I mean, we have a lot of dust. Yeah, you know what? Let's take the scientific choice. This is what Petra would want. Alright, we're still at plus 41 dust per turn. I'm sure we'll be fine. Is that another Reaver ship? It is. Where are these ships coming from? Well, whatever. Just we'll stay right here. If they enter the system, they'll complete our faction quest for us. Hard to be mad about that. Be the first to have 8 planets colonized. We were not close to that. We're not going to be getting legendary deeds a lot, I think. Alright, same deal here. Power to shields, let's be real safe. This guy's not getting away. I'm not too worried. Alright, we did it. Your empire has proved itself more than capable of holding its own in a galaxy beset by fighting. Petra Manzukic has learned much, and your fleets even have a new toy to play with. Will you make this your legacy when the time comes, though? What, that I invented cool laser cannons? Yeah, that could be my legacy. That sounds okay. The Empire grows, a picture of its end state slowly emerging. It will be glorious, there is no doubt of that. What troubles you, though, is whose glory will it be? The betrayer is still at large. Jalinka is still silent, despite being encouraged to speak. Now your empire spans light years rather than light minutes. The scope for uprising seems greater than ever. You fret, pace the palace, demand updates from distant fleets, night and day. The people are happy, though, are they not? They live in an era of unrivaled prosperity, do they not? And those that have joined the Empire, have they not come to understand that their old ways were inefficient, backward, and ultimately leading them to destruction? Who are you kidding? Revolt is always on your mind. You obsess about a distant system turning against Raya. The idea of Petra Manzukic as Emperor-elect gains more support with each passing season. But you will have no true peace until the betrayer is uncovered, caught, and neutralized. Harness the mood of the Empire, Petra Manzukic counsels, and cement your power. What do you mean? I mean, impose your will by enacting more laws. You give a puzzled look. Petra Manzukic continues. Men are strange creatures. They will rail against spoken words, but give those same words permanence in writing, and they will obey to their dying breath. Never forget the power of the rule of law, Your Imperial Majesty. Petra Manzukic is right. You can tighten your control of the Empire by strengthening its laws. Have 3 militarist laws in your Empire. Okay, well, I guess I brought this on myself. Alright, we have a little bit of influence. Let's figure out. So we don't even have any. Okay, we're gonna have to get the militarists into power to move that part of our faction quest forward. Next election in 4 turns, so it's every 20 turns. Okay. Latest political survey. Appears the militarist political party is in the lead. Yeah, we have been doing a lot of military stuff lately. So, this might be a good time, first of all. Okay, I was just about to go check and make sure we were going to be okay. So yeah, in 2 turns we'll get this. This might be an interesting time to go and check out the ship designing stuff. So let's edit our patrol ship. Neat. So we have a weapon slot, basic high-eye slugs. These do 6 damage per second. Now we just got some lasers. Oh, that's true, we did get this as well. 13 DPS. 13 DPS with a critical hit chance. These are more effective at short range. These are more effective at long range. I kind of like that. So if I were to slot these in the weapon location... How much does that change the cost of the thing? It went up. It's not so bad. Alright, we also have the ability to put in new probes. So these have vision range 1 with a 4-turn cooldown. These have vision range 3, probe stock 3, with a 2-turn cooldown. That's interesting. We don't have the resource currently, but I really do want these. And then what else do we have here? We have a string gravitics engine, which gives us 2 movement points. We don't have a new type of engine. We couldn't replace that. And there's an empty ship slot here, which could have defense modules, which we don't have any of. And another one here, which could have a weapon module. Really? Can we just like put more gun in it? Having lasers and slugs will give us a nice little bit of versatility. Drives the construction cost up, but honestly, I don't think this is bad. Oh, okay, we do have some defensive options. 10 health, 120 shield capacity, 12 energy defense. So these are better against guns, these are better against lasers. They both have the same cost. I mean, this gives more just raw health. I think this is better if you're unsure of what you're going to be facing. Well, this says 120 shield capacity. You know what? Shield capacity seems good. Okay, so that's pretty cool. It has a lot in common with the system from Endless Land. It would be 233 for each of these ships to upgrade them to the new design. Let's do the one that is healthiest. We'll be even better at dealing with pirates now. Another Horacio was added to Delphinus, so Delphinus is actually half Horacio. Huh. It's a little disconcerting, given that that's a different faction, but I guess it doesn't really work that way. It's an interesting idea. So what does this do? Oh, there's specializations. The Scrupulous Politics in the News project uses various forms of government control, audits and investigations, as well as access to information, to ensure that only the most fair and balanced image of the government is made public. Hey, I get what they're saying there, and look at that, it gives plus religious political impact. Okay, let's not mess with that. Do we have the option to... We do. Oh, I don't have to build a settler ship to colonize within the same... I clicked it. Planet is already colonized by me, I guess. Alright, Dimitri is leveling up. We want to give him... I don't know. Let's take a level of this. I'm really just trying to open up that second tier circle. Alright. So I'm not at all sure what's going to happen with these dudes, these guys, when we finish assimilating them. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. We're just going to take over their area. That's pretty cool. So we have maximized exploitation now. We have assimilated the pilgrims. The building program was a success. Thousands of pilgrims escaped destitution or worse on account of the new constructions. Pilgrims' leadership are incredibly grateful for your help, and more than happy to be assimilated into your empire. So what is actually the benefit of that, though? I mean, I got their land, which I'm not complaining about. Obviously, that's great. But What else does it do? Alright, this planet's hot. Plus 5 industry per citizen on hot. I mean, that seems pretty good. A lot of extra things that give food. We actually really could use dust. Is that accurate? We're at minus 74. How did that happen? We could really use some dust. Oh, okay, we're gonna build the colony on Hadar 1 in a minute. Man, can I get an economic readout here? No, this is not really what I'm looking for. I mean, it just says minus 63 from system dust production. I mean, I guess that just happened now, didn't it? So, evolved soils. That's pretty cool, I guess. Calmalite volcano. Not bad. And metallic waters. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what? We're probably over-colonized or something, right? That was a thing I had to be worried about. Yeah, in most places we're ecstatic. Empire-wide approval should be giving us a lot of extra dust. Huh. I do not know why we are losing so much money. Well, let's do some research. This would allow us to colonize gas giants and get more resources out of strategics. We may need to focus on stuff that gives us dust. This will allow us to use the marketplace at least. Pulvis Production Center is not that bad. Plus 2 dust per citizen. Yeah, okay, let's build up to that. And I just do not know what to do about this dust. Is this a Reaver ship? It is. Okay, we should be even better at this faraway combat stuff than we were before, because one of our ships has an incredibly effective laser gun. Is that part of the problem? What's the upkeep that I'm paying? 5? No, it's only 2 more dust of upkeep. Well, I don't know what happened. Jeez. It doesn't look great for us, though. Okay, Octens needs to build something. Could it build, maybe, some of this? And then I guess some of that. Alright, so let's play until after the election. I was kind of hoping that this was a display error and that we wouldn't actually lose 74 dust on at the beginning of our turn, but no, we totally did. Capture, assimilate, or attract a new population type into your empire. Aww. Opening your empire's doors to new population types has its challenges, but also its rewards. Each new group adds to the strength and flexibility of a society, contributing to the maturity of your empire as a whole. I am so bummed that this popped up now and not just a little bit earlier. Well, so we could try to trade with Doria.
Welcome. How can
get some of her dust.
help?
So our influence pressure is advancing. The balance of influence pressure between you and the selected empire. Does that just mean I'm producing more than she is, or... I really don't know. Trade agreement. Trace routes between all your HQs and the other player's subsidiaries and vice versa. Boy. What do I think the odds are that either one of us is going to get to that subsidiary tech anytime soon? No, she has a lot of stuff. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to get any dust off of her. We don't have anything she wants. Let's see, does she want this? If we could find a policy that she regards fondly, something that's real positive, We can maybe just get a bunch of money in response a bunch of money in exchange. That's how I'm trying to word here. Really? So even minus 50 is extremely negative. Okay, never mind, never mind. We'll take the hit one more time, and then we'll use the marketplace to try to fix it. I think is my plan. Just gotta kind of bear out until we can fix it ourselves. Don't you? Oh, hold on. Don't you sometimes want to see beyond reality to know the essence of things? Well, you can with the scan view. When in Galaxy View, you have access to different tactical scans depending on the level of the zoom. Okay. Aha. That is interesting. And we get little breakdowns of the money. So yeah, our home system is producing like no money. That's the real problem here. Why is the money so bad? I'm not actually sure. Yeah, we really need to check these anomalies out. Because here's 48. How do we see plus 48 from planet? Oh, that's right. The Riled Researchers event is not helping. Minus 50 from Star System Improvement. Have I really built 50 upkeep worth of buildings already? Oh yeah, a lot of buildings are pretty expensive. This is 8, this is 6. So I think I maybe just I've built myself into a little bit of a corner here. Okay, well, the price of luxuries has increased. Let's have a look at the marketplace. So we have nothing really to sell, unfortunately. We have some super spuds that we can be rid of. I'd be willing to give away 5. Yeah, that's something. It'll buy me a little bit of time at least. We gotta figure out how to actually fix this, though. Okay, well, Octens is building a dust building. How long is there a list of effects that are currently on us? I don't remember how much time we have left on... Well, I guess there's a good way to check here. That event. How long does that event last? Nope, it doesn't actually say there. Somewhere here there's got to be a list of all of the... Okay, here we go. Active events is exactly what I wanted. 10 more turns. Man. And we're actually on a 10% dust buff right now. So this is going to wear off 5 turns before this does. We could be in a little bit of trouble. How are we going to make more money? There's no way to cause the citizens to focus on the output of a particular resource, is there? Okay, no, that's just... I was curious if that would affect anything, but it looks like... Okay, so hold on. Delphinus is hemorrhaging money. Only 20 of it is from the Riled Researchers. We're just not making money here. So can I turn off buildings? I could scrap some buildings. The infinite supermarkets are expensive. How much do I need that small amount of approval? Not none. Alright. It looks like we're maybe pirate free for a moment. So let's head back here. We'll drop some probes. We might be able to find some dust or something in the curiosities. This is what I want to do. So we need anything that's going to give us dust, basically. Yeah, neural robotics looks like a fine tech. It just doesn't give us any dust. Yeah, the cost of rushing things is so high that it seems kind of infeasible. But it's possible that I'm just playing the resource generation game poorly. Alright, so we want to support the militarists. We need militarists in charge right now so that we can pass their laws. What is this? Empire Rezo. Boy, I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting from that. Alright, so we'll publicly support the militarists. Okay. Hadar mostly voted for militarists, so I think we're going to be okay. Yes, in fact we are. Alright, so with the militarists as one of the leading parties, we should now be able to pass their laws, right? The law Jingoist Joy Bill has been activated in your empire. Plus 15 approval per war on systems and free war declaration. Huh. So yeah, your citizens do stuff without your consent. So this is a really, this whole citizens and government and like differing populations thing is really interesting to me. Black markets have always existed in dense urban centers within the empire. As long as they're monitored and kept under control, they have their uses. Criminal elements can be kept busy, hidden taxes can be skimmed, and interesting contraband can be smuggled into the nation for the leadership's pleasure. However, black markets for illegal firearms is another matter, especially when it enables enemy civilizations to get their hands, tentacles, or other appendages on some of the Empire's most effective weaponry. The unfortunate truth is that some of your undercover security forces have unearthed compelling evidence that a gun smuggling ring is operating out of 3 of your systems. The leader is suspected to be the nephew of Duke Groltz, a bad apple with a history of criminal activity. Well, we'd have to assign a hero of level 5 to Delphinus, Hadar, and Octans, or reach 60 approval, which we have already done. They both give us 150 influence. I mean, I think I'm just going to take this one, even though I do think it would probably be better to shut down the ring, because this is easy to do. You'll pay Duke Groltz a visit. Make sure he understands the stakes, but this little venture could help you sow unrest in your enemy's ranks. This is sort of role-playing into our character, who is a paranoid, increasingly crazy person. Alright. Improvement completion incentivization scheme has ended. 10% of industry spent for any cost is converted into dust at the end. Okay. Because we had a law forcibly enacted upon us by our people. This is the one I want. Plus 25%, or plus 25 dust gain per opponent. Okay. Well, it's not that hard to just put 3 laws into, let's abolish this law. Put the Spoils of War Act into play here, and that should move our faction quest along at the start of the next turn. Alright, we may as well search the rest of these curiosities, right? Okay, bunch of influence, that's fine. I wouldn't mind a bunch of dust, you know? There are ruins in this system, old enough and sophisticated enough that they must have come from the Endless. There are machines within machines, some of which are still running, and others that are so alien you're not sure how to tell if they're running or not. It will take time to investigate properly. That is, if you don't just take the dust and run. So we could take 75 dust and get more militarist political ideology, but we don't need to, I think. Or we could take a minor science penalty and increase scientist political ideology to take an 80% chance to discover something. I'm assuming that means gain attack. As much as I would love 75 dust right now, an 80% chance for attack is pretty cool. Alright, well, let us search this curiosity. The multiple moons anomaly giving us extra population and 150 dust. Pretty good. Alright, well that's going to have to be it. Unfortunately, I'm pressing time pretty badly here. For this episode of Let's Learn Endless Space 2. This is really coming together. I feel like I have an okay grasp of the game systems already. Hopefully, things are as clear to you guys as they are to me. Come back next time. I swear to you, we're going to fix our economy. I'm not sure how yet, but we're going to. And we'll see you then.